The one question I get asked all the time is, what can one person do? He was a slightly built man, about 5'3". And suffered from bouts of bad health. Around 1784 to 86, he underwent a gradual but intense religious conversion while traveling with a friend. He considered leaving Parliament because he was in Parliament, but his friend and mentor, John Newton, who wrote Amazing Grace, the song Amazing Grace, who was a former slave ship owner, advised him against this, so instead he decided to serve God in public life. From 1789, William Wilberforce regularly introduced bills in Parliament to ban the slave trade. He was fiercely opposed by those making fortunes from the trade, who used all kinds of delaying tactics. The first time a bill was introduced, Wilberforce lost the debate by 163 votes, but he never gave up. He never gave up. On the 25th of March in 1807, the Abolition of the Slave Trade Act in the British colonies was passed. They abolished it just in the colonies, not in the whole entire country, just in the colonies. It was carried by 267 votes. The House rose to its feet and cheered wildly. Listen to this. That was 18 years of fighting. One dude. When most of those MPs had slaves. He joined the Society for Gradual Abolition when the campaign intensified again in the 1820s and the 30s. 40 years right now fighting, he did as much as his failing health would allow. In 1821, which is 31 years after, he requested that Thomas Fowle take over the leadership of the campaign. In 1824, after serious illness, listen to this, in 1830, 40 years after introducing his first bill, when 2,000 people met in London in Freemasons Hall, Wilberforce was so stupid with age and health, he was so messed up, he wore a metal girdle to prevent him from slumping. 40 years of fighting. Listen to this! Despite the groundswell of public opinion, Parliament still refused to ban slavery in the entire country until parliamentary reform removed many of its supporters. Despite this, it was still not clear that Parliament would act. Wilberforce wrote his last petition, and the parliamentary debate lasted 3 months on July 26th of 1833. 44 years after. Gosh, dude, every time I tell the story, man, gets me. 40 years of fighting. 40 years. Tell me that's not a biblical significance, man. The abolition of the slavery bill passed its third reading in the House of Commons. A messenger rushed to Wilberforce's house. They told him that slavery in the British colonies would finally be abolished, and 3 days later he died. You tell me one man can do 40 years, and he died. He saw it with his eyes. He heard it with his ears, man. He fought. Don't tell me it can't be done if they can end slavery. They ended slavery, man. Don't tell me abortion can't end. Don't tell me this progressive agenda can't end. It can end. He just took, all he did was take Hebrews 10, 11, and 12 by faith. He took it on and did it. He believed his God. He spent his whole life doing it. One man.